So Xarvio Field Manager is helping to create that new segment. It's a holistic agronomic enablement platform. It's helping the agronomic advisor to be more efficient and to really utilize years of research and trial data to maximize that yield for the grower. We talked about, Nick shared the complexity of farming is growing and having external advice is absolutely critical. And so this is the way that we can bring that external advice and have it in the hands of those that are going to be supporting them on a day-to-day basis. And Xarvio really does this by looking at a couple different areas, a few different areas that we really are focused on. One is being agronomist focused. We worked with agronomists last year in a pilot version. Really wanted to get an understanding of how folks were using it. We worked across US and Canada. When we talked to them about what they were doing today, what they've been working with, they were signing into multiple accounts, having lists of screen names, of usernames and passwords so they could log into their separate grower accounts to really understand what was going on. It's a real hassle. We have a cross-farm dashboards allowing them to view what's going on across all the farms that they're working with, all the fields that they're working with. That's a step change in helping them to become more efficient and offer the best advice that they can bring. We also learned that most growers don't log into the software. It's really the agronomist that's spending the time to log into the software and get an understanding of what's happening. A piece that's really been powerful and that I really want to lean into, and it brings everything together, what was talked about earlier around using the yield, using the data that we have access to. We're investing nearly $1 billion a year in research and trial to support our seed and CP portfolios. And as we bring that information in, we can start to build out and model how is the crop developing over time. How can we look at the microenvironments that are occurring, the weather, the soil temperatures, the soil moisture, and pulling that all together to give a map of what's happening and give some models across the way. And so when we look at these pest and disease models and using that experience of 20 years of history, it really does bring in a power of when are you going to face a challenge in the field and where do you need to take action. And that's putting the power in the hands of the agronomist to identify those areas early and really have those discussions when the time is right and when it's needed. We talked a lot about variety placement today. Mentioned by Scott and Mark, everything begins with seed selection. And so again, I'm bringing you back to focus on your tables. And this is where we're looking at how do you look at what's happening in the field and really understand taking maps of what's across the entire field, automating that map in such a way that it's digested by the platform, and then giving you, in a very simple way, what is the best variety for that field. And Amy